hopefully, my nail broke. Hi friends, my nail just broke. Okay, I'm about to go out. Hi, I'm gonna go out and get some work done. And then I'm gonna go get pasta with my friend Lou later today. So I'm just gonna put on a little bit of makeup before I go. Why am I suddenly so tired? So sleepy. Hello. I thought I would just jump on while I get ready, because why not? Why not, friends, right? I don't know if you saw, I just released two new episodes. Which one? Did you see the thrifting video or did you see the Oh Smell episode? Hello. Hopefully I can do my makeup pretty quickly because it's already 2:30. Oh, the Oh Smell one. What are your thoughts? Very curious what people think. I'm also very curious about his role because, let me see, are you going to Miss USA here? I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out my life right now. I thought I was going on one trip in a couple months, and then now that's not happening, so I need to reschedule some things. Anyways, what I was about to say though about Oh Smell, and I didn't want to get too much into it because we don't know his role. That's why. The episode that I created was more of like a quick update for everyone who may have heard about the news, maybe doesn't know about the news, but if you've heard about it and you've never heard of Oh Smell. So that's why I did that episode. You love all the episodes. That's a lot of episodes. Do I have tips for fundraising? I have a sponsorship episode, and that one has fundraising tips. And then my sponsorship letter that I used to get sponsors when I was competing. Anyway, so I didn't want to dive too deep into that episode because we don't know what his role is. And there's a lot that could be said. I just don't want to speak too soon. One thing though we can't deny is that he was known for his success in Venezuela, and you can't take that away from a person. He's worked with so many title holders, regardless of his methods, like regardless of whether people agree or not about his methods. The fact is that he did and was a part of training many Miss Universe Venezuelas, like that one Miss Universe, and then also, title holders for, I know that the franchise has changed at some point, but still, like international, world, I believe even Earth. I'm not exactly positive on all of that. So you can't take that away from him. But at the same time, the allegations are what concerns me. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. We're gonna wait and see what his role is. I feel like if his role is in the capacity of show production and choreography, right, styling, I feel like that would be a great role for him. So that's you. Who is this? Ralph, you bring up a really great point. Miss Universe, by working with him, given his polarizing view of beauty standards, is already a statement on its own. And exactly. And so that's why I feel like this is super challenging. Not to say that every company is going, has to or does stand behind the views of its employee, because that's impossible. Everybody has such different views. But with everything that's been going on in this pageant, once again, for me, where is my... Once again, for me, it's just more of a thing of like optics. This is still a very transitional period for the organization. And so I just wondered, like, is this gonna be, do we think this is gonna be good? I mean, personally, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I really have to say on some things, because I don't have the ability to hire people within the organization. You wish MU would bring Arbany on for styling. That could be something. That could be fun. I mean, I love to see queens. I mean, usually we see queens coming back and helping an organization in the capacity of hosting, possibly entertaining, backstage commentary, judging. That's, I would say, typical. And then usually a little bit later, directing or styling. Sorry, this is hard for me to do and talk at the same time, this part. Just need to put the... Did I use too much product? Probably. Also, what am I gonna wear today? Don't even know, my friends. Okay, I think I put way too much. Gosh, honestly, this is why I use the travel size Shape Tape a lot of times. Just because I feel like I put too much on when I use the full size. Goodness. Yeah. I wish I could see all these up close. Do I think title holders are eager to come to Miss Universe? All the controversies? No. And I say that because almost daily I receive messages from contestants. And they mainly express their hesitation. And I'll just say this, I have not heard one, actually, okay, so here's a better way to put it. I have not had one potential contestant that's considering competing within the organization at any level tell me that they're just so excited about all of these changes, or that they think they're great or positive, or basically have any kind of positive feelings regarding the changes. I'll just say that. How's that? People still want to compete, of course, and I get that, but there's so much hesitation, and I get that too. Did it real? That's a good point. I mean, Osmal is known for also his work on Nuestra Belleza Latina, and like being a judge there and kind of like a mentor on that show. And we did hear in that leaked video the talk of a reality show. So, you know, maybe in that capacity, it makes sense, because he is, and he's not only a former director of, or excuse me, former president of Miss Venezuela Universe, but he is a reality TV personality. So if that is the context that they're talking about working with him for, okay, I feel like that makes sense. You're watching me while working from home. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining today. I don't know, it's interesting. It's all just, oh gosh, I poked myself in the eye. That's not even the right lid. Goodness. Okay. Thoughts on the upcoming Miss USA magazine? I feel like it's something nobody asked for. I'm honestly rather confused by it, especially because they said it will not be a digital publication. And how many, show of hands, friends, how many of you go to a newsstand to purchase magazines anymore? How many people actually do that? I feel like people asked for Miss USA's prize package. They asked for better appearances for her. You know, they just wanted to see Miss USA. I didn't hear people shouting from the rooftops that they wanted a Miss USA magazine. So it's very confused. It's like a really confusing move. Like, your energy really should be going towards other things that are at the top of the priority list, but instead, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have a magazine. Okay. You do you. You know, who knows what's happening? Who even knows at this point what is happening? And I don't know how many of you noticed that Miss USA was supposed to get a Porsche. She ended up getting a Mercedes. And when they announced it, they said it was a BMW, but it's a Mercedes. I don't know if anybody picked up on that one. So, you know. My skin is still so dry. I need a hydrating mask. Gosh, I'm hoping it's just, yeah, it's gotta be the weather. It's gotta be the weather, because if it's humid out, then my skin is very moisturized. And it is so dry. I need a mask. That's what I need. That is what I need. Go. Oh, it looks terrible, friends. It looks terrible. I'll be the first to admit. Am I gonna attend finals? I hope so. I would love if that's possible, but it's gotta be in the budget. So, if you guys share the channel and share the episodes, that's how I get to go to these pageants. Like, when the episodes do really well, that's what pays for like the flights and that allow me to be able to vlog pageants, and it pays for, you know, the tickets for the show and the Uber to the venue, and all of that stuff. So my travels, they're just dependent on how well the channel's doing. And when it's not doing so well, then we don't get to go to pageants. So I would love to be able to go though. And I mean, like, in my head, I'm planning on it. But that's, you know, sometimes that's different from reality, sometimes. Am I going to Hollywood for Miss USA finals? Same thing. Cost of flight, cost of hotel, cost of show tickets, all of that stuff, guys. You know, it's directly connected to how well any of the videos are performing. So, you know, if the videos provide enough for me to be able to afford those things, then I can go, and if not, then I can't go. Promoted a brand the same night. I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, you love the content. Thank you. I'm so glad that you found it and that it's been helpful to you. Honestly, remember, like, that's why I started the channel. I never knew. This part's always tricky. I never knew that people did YouTube or people got paid for YouTube. So I literally started the channel because I was like, oh, I have info that'll help other girls. Let me share it. And it's really cool what it has grown to be. Oh, thank you. Oh, my eye is watering. I hate when that happens. You binge watch the episodes like Netflix. I love that. See, that support is helpful, friends. That type of binge watching gets us to Miss Universe. Okay? That helps. Gosh, I need to be faster at doing makeup. There's reasons I don't have a beauty channel. There's reasons. Okay. Well, thank you for loving the channel, guys. I appreciate your support. It honestly, like, you know, life is tough, friends. It really is. And the channel is a lot of work. It is a lot more work than people would imagine that it is. So whenever people share about the impact that the channel has made, or how it's helped them, or how it's encouraged them, it does mean so much to me. It really, really does. And I want you to know that I always appreciate that. And you know, as much as the channel hopefully helps you and encourages you, at the same time, I feel the like the ripple effects of that. I feel the effect of that, and I appreciate all of you. So it's really special to me. Thank you. Also, I'm obsessed with this blush. I talked about this on my last live. I got it a little on the bed. It's gonna be fine. Also, I don't know about any of you, but if you have oily skin, I really go heavy on the blush and bronzer when I leave for the day, because I'll end up powdering and then it loses the color, and I just don't want to reapply like the brush and bronzer. So that's why it looks very intense, just so you know. What would I like to see improved in terms of transparency for the Miss Universe organization? Well, I do love when they showed the contestant interviews. I feel like that probably brought, something in my eye, some clarity to pageant fans. I feel like that's really helpful. I loved when they used to have the contestant scores on the screen, and if we were able to do that years ago, before we have the technology that we have today, I don't see a reason why we can't do that. Oh goodness. I just don't understand why scores have to be so secret in pageantry. It just, in any other competitions, in any other industries, of course, everybody's like, I want to see scores, I want to see judges' comments. And yet there's this exception in pageantry, and I don't understand it. I understand for the sake of keeping suspense of a show. Of course we don't want to know who the winner is before she's announced. It ruins the show. But after that, what is wrong with seeing scores? I don't understand. So years ago, I created a pageant organization from the ground up, and one thing that we prioritized were contestant scores. So day after the pageant, all of the scores were compiled, and all of the judges' comments were compiled, and then those were sent out to the contestants. Before they even had a chance to ask for those scores, they were sent out. Why? Because there was nothing to hide. There just wasn't anything. Oops. There wasn't anything we were trying to conceal. And I'm not saying that Universe is, but it just doesn't foster trust with audiences when there is the appearance that there's something that's trying to be concealed. Even if nothing is being concealed, it's the appearance of that. And it just doesn't foster trust. Oh. Whoa, okay. Sorry guys, I can barely see with this mascara and everything I'm putting on. Okay. Let's see here. Oh! Oh! I hate when I do that. Oh. Oh. I have something in the... I have something in this eye. This one. I can't get it out. Do I still do pageant coaching? Yes, I do. I do pageant coaching. In fact, I have a client that I'm meeting with before I go to dinner tonight. I have to go meet with the client, but it's a virtual appointment. This client is in Utah, actually, but I have clients all over the world that I coach every week. So if you would like to work together, and I love helping contestants, if you would like to work together, I primarily do that virtually. I am open to in-person when I am attending pageants, or if a contestant happens to be in New York. I'm always open to that, but usually it's just not the most convenient thing. But I have found that, so at this point, I mean, years ago I would coach primarily in person, and that's when I only had a couple of clients, right? Like I had maybe like 3 clients. At this point, I have about 100 clients a year, and not to say that we're doing coaching appointments every single week, excuse me, I'll let you know. Let's see. Hold on. All right. So, this is such a pretty color. I like this. So I have about 100 clients a year that I work with, and I work with them all in different capacities. So some clients, yes, I do meet with virtually, and we'll work one-on-one for things like their walk, their interview, their public speaking skills, all of those things. And then other clients that I have, they don't need all of that. Or maybe they have another coach. So instead, we just focus on things like paperwork. Like I edit a lot of client paperwork. I write a lot of speeches, like primarily for personal introductions, sometimes for spokesmodel competitions. Other times a contestant wants a script that she can use for a contestant video. I also choreograph routines for contestants. I do everything short of competing for a contestant. So yeah, I do everything. You want to try USA World Universal. It's going to be on a cruise ship. Well, then try it out. Let's see here. Oh, emails. Okay. Okay, friends. Well, thank you for joining me for this quick little live. I'm going to have to go run. Not literally. I need to slick back my hair and throw on some clothes and then get back to work and then go meet with one of my clients. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, where am I headed? I'm literally just going to go find a coffee shop to go work in for a little while before my appointment and then before dinner. So nothing crazy, but thank you all for joining. I'll see you next time.